And that's another thing. People are so used to making mistakes and people changing how they feel about them that they won't own up to mistakes. Instead of being able to talk through issues and solve things, people are so afraid to admit those mistakes because they're afraid that it's going to change somebody's outlook. And here's the thing, if I see good in somebody, if you're truly a good person, and anybody can be good at any time, that's the thing. I see the good because we all are good. However, we make mistakes because we don't know any better. We were never taught any better. We had no idea another option existed. Right? That's normally how shit happens. When you make a wrong choice in life, it's because most times you didn't know any better because of your surroundings that you were raised around, because it was a situation you had never encountered before. But at some point, you have to recognize the pattern and tell yourself, I am actively choosing to be in this now. I see what I'm doing, how I play a part into this, and what my choices are, and I want to be different. So I'm going to remove myself, and I understand that may upset people. I understand that may cause a few L's. I understand that that may disrupt my life. But I no longer like what I have, and I no longer like what I'm doing, and I no longer like who I am. That is the only reason that I have ever gotten to the point that I'm at now in my life, is because I was so angry. I was so hurt. I was so traumatized. I was so upset. I was so confused. I was so sad. I was so bad for so long that I said, something has to change. Because if something doesn't change, I'm going to take a one way out of here. Okay? And I have that option. God gives us that option. That's why it's there. Like, everything has its cycle, right? And God gave us free will. It's there. And here's the thing. Because I lived so bad like that, and so angry and so mad at everything, and pissed at the world and pissed at myself and everything, I started to unpack the layers of why. And I started to choose differently. Okay? I dug within and I said, damn, how do I change all this? And I see how everything got to be where it's at now, and I see it now, and I understand. I'm not mad. And that's the thing that I get. That's the grace that I extend to people too. I'm not mad. I just can't afford to have that kind of energy and that imbalance in my life. That is truly point blank what it is. Okay? So if you don't like me, it reflects your inner world. It reflects, because I give everybody the same grace that I give myself. There's a lot of times that I knew no better. There's other times that I knew better and I still did it anyways. Sure the fuck did. Did I play with some people's emotions? Yerp. Did I allow myself to be put in the back burner and held there for years? Yerp. Did I choose terrible, terrible people who treated me terribly because I just wanted to be chosen by somebody? Yeah. Until I was 32 years old. And I'll be 33 in December. Like, yes, I did all of that. Did I use alcohol to cope with so many of my issues? Yeah. Drank. Okay? Did I do the same with weed for a little bit? Yeah. For a little bit, yeah. I used that too, as a crutch. Don't get me wrong, I'm still a daily toker, but we do it medicinally now. We do it ritually now, right? Like, it's a practice now. I have control over I have balance. Not even control. I have my balance. Between work and play and pleasure and assistance, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have my balance. I had to cut out alcohol entirely. I had to become sober, and now I can't even, the thought of alcohol really, a margarita every once in a while sounds good, but for the most part, alcohol by itself, and every time I've tried to drink it, it's been terrible. More and more. Like, each time I keep trying to be like, let's see if it tastes okay now, it gets worse. Okay? But I know it's bad for me, and I know that it did nothing for me. So I had to cut it out, and it was hard, and I lost a lot of friends, and I felt uncomfortable a lot. But I realized why I was drinking. I pinpointed my issue. I pinpointed why I felt the way I did. And like once I started pinpointing where my issues came from and how I could fix that to the best of my abilities, because that was another thing I learned. I can't be waiting on other people. I cannot wait on other people to take accountability, to take action, to do any of that. I cannot. I waited for people for a very long time, or I picked them up and took them with me, but that was exhausting too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't do that anymore. I really cannot. It's gotta be with every single connection in my life. It has to be mutual, right? So if I'm coming at you like, every time I see you, I have to get that same, shout out to Mara, because that is truly like what our friendship is, okay? It doesn't matter how long, it doesn't matter how often, it doesn't matter anything. And that's the same thing, fucking Katie, Kinsey, like, I have all these, I'm gonna cry, but I have all these people that when I see them, my soul and my immediate knee-jerk reaction is, oh my God! And we express it mutually. These are friendships that have lasted distance, time. So if you don't like me, that is a personal thing. Because there's very little that can be done to me that I have to be like, fuck you. No, you did wrong. And even when I do all that, I still say prayers. I'm still hoping the best for you. I still hope that things click still so you can be and feel better. But I love myself. For once in my life, I love myself more than anybody in my life. For the first time. And some people don't like that, and some people's a hard pill to swallow, and that's okay. I'm okay with that. But guess what? When I was bending over backwards for everybody else, nobody really had me the way I had anybody else, right? So why should I keep putting myself deeper and deeper in the hole when nobody is, you know what I'm saying? And that's not to say it wasn't real love, because I know that a lot of my people love me. Okay. No, I'm just going to leave it like that, okay? Because if you know you're solid with me, you know you're solid with me. I have people that I have known since middle school that when I see them, it's still like, oh my God, I always thought you were amazing. Like, I always thought you were cool. And we don't talk all the time, and we don't hang out. Like, I barely hang out with anybody. I just like being at home. I really do. I'm a little lady now, okay? I drink tea, I eat a lot of veggies and noodles, and I meditate, and I journal, and I take spiritual baths. This is what I do. And then I pop out every once in a while. And when you see me pop out for that 3 hours, that's about all the hippity hoo pop I can have. And then I'm like, gotta go. And everybody knows it. Everybody knows it. And then everybody accepts it. And that's why I have such a great group of people around me, because everybody knows that. Okay? It's a personal issue if you don't like me. But I don't fucking care, regardless. You could hate me. You could send all the evil shit my way. I don't care. I don't. However, if you're trying in your life and you're going about just truly trying to just be better, know that I'm sending you all the love. And I send you all the assistance that I can through my prayers. Because I cannot mess up my current balance, because it's beautiful. It's so beautiful. And I'm finally thriving. For the first time in 32 years of living, I am thriving. And it's because I choose me. So I love everybody. And if you don't love me, that's okay. Because I still love you, and I hope things work out and you heal. Truly. Healing vibes. But also, if you're fucking around.